Morning internet, Hatch 61 here, out on this 3-day camp. Figured I'd come down here by the brook and make me some early dinner. So it's easier to just come to the water than try to bring the water to you. So I usually bring my stove, bring everything down here and everything. But what I'm down here for is to show you my my new Bark River Aurora II. So come with me and I'm going to show you my new bushcrafting knife and we'll see what you think. Hang on a second. Alright folks, so here it is. This is the Bark River Aurora II. Beautiful knife. If you want the specs on it, you can just go on to Bark River Knives website and they'll give you all the specs on it. But I just want to show you the functionality of it. Again, it comes with this beautiful sheath, little holder for your ferro rod. I keep the striker attached to the knife itself. Just makes it easier. But that's how it is overall. Very nice design, very well balanced. In the past I've always used a buck knife, you know, a traditional buck knife. And it's always been great, but I always wanted to move up to something a little bit more custom, a little bit more designed specifically for bushcrafting, not the all-around knife. This has been great. I've used these all my life. Great knife. Goes with a nice leather sheath and everything else, but this is just up another notch. This is a first production run on the Aurora II. So let me show you real quick. Before I do, a couple other questions that from a couple of my previous videos actually. Some folks that aren't into bushcraft and asked a couple different questions, and first of all they asked how I cut. You know, if I'm using a knife, how do I cut the wood so nice and straight? They want to know if I use a chainsaw or something like that. No, I just bring, it's called a Swell saw. They've been around forever. They come in a couple different sizes. You can check those out, or if anybody has any questions on it, let me know. But that's what I use to cut my firewood. Works great. So I always cut it about this size, and then I baton it down so it works well. I usually don't start traditional campfire, you know, rocks in a circle and the fire and all that, because I move from spot to spot. So I use the billet stoves. This is the larger version. And you start the fire and you just keep feeding it through there, so you can't have really, you know, big wood. So the knife comes in great. You got to have a bushcrafted knife so you can make wood that'll fit in here. I use this for like a campfire. You know, actually, you know, believe it or not, you can get a pretty good fire going in this. You just keep feeding it, and you don't have to gather as much wood and all that. And to cook on, I use a smaller billet stove. This is the fire ant version, and it has the alcohol burner inside of it. Works great. So back to the knife. And for those other questions, that's what I cook in, just an aluminum cup. And most of the time I eat mountain house food. Today dinner's going to be mac and cheese. So back to the knife. Great knife. Let's see how it splits. Just place the knife on the top. Couple good whacks. And it takes you right through the wood. And there's the heart of the wood, like I had shown in my last video. That's dry. Even if it was pouring out, you're going to find some nice dry wood inside there. So let's put this down a little more. And if the wood's too big, you know, I usually try to find wood that, you know, I can baton easily with the knife. If it's too big, just cut it off, you know, small bits at a time. Don't try to go right down the middle like I did with this one, because this one's, you know, small enough to do that. So if it's too big, just cut smaller pieces off. Again, that's that nice core piece of the wood. And what you do is, once you get that nice dry piece and you're trying to get a fire going, as you cut it in like a triangular thing, that gives me 3 sides to start whittling from, and I'll just whittle the sides and just keep making, you know, like I did in my other video, what's called a feather stick. This knife's so nice and sharp, it's hard not to take too big of a chunk. You know, you want to have fine little pieces, but once you get used to the feel of it, it's pretty good. I've used it to process small game, squirrel and rabbit. Everything's out right now. Last night was a noisy night in the swamp. Everything out here is twitterpated, and it's, you know, running around trying to find partners to have fun with. So it was a loud night out here last night. Didn't get a lot of sleep. So hopefully it'll quiet down a little bit tonight. And it's a gorgeous day here on Cape Cod. And I just want to take the time to share this with you folks. If you're looking for a bushcraft knife, You are going to pay, you know, good money for it. This is over $200 for this knife, but you get what you pay for. You really do. A knife like this, buck. I don't know, this is an old one. I've had it for a long time. You know, you probably pay less than $100 for this. So you're talking more than double the price for one of these. But again, this is going to last you a lifetime. If you have a problem with it, Bark River stands behind the knives 100%. So great knife. Fits in the hand well. It's got a nice swell to the handle, so it fits right. It's not just a, you know, like some of these, it's just the same width all the way down. This has a nice bulge to it, so it fits in the palm of your hand nice. Either way, you know, fits good. Gives you a little bit of a protection there. Stops your finger from sliding forward and keeps you from sliding off the back. Pretty much an indestructible knife. So, Bark River knives. This is the Aurora II. Can't say enough good about it. And I'd like to give a shout out to Bill, who provided this to me. This is my knife. It's a great knife. I purchased it from Bill, and he's quite the enthusiast on them, and I trust his judgment on these. So, thank you again for joining me out here. This is Hatch 61. Enjoying the great outdoors, preparing for a little dinner, and looking forward to another nice night out here in the swamp. Take care now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.